Airline tonight. Football's coming home, flying in on Britannia.
We ran out of champagne, opened all the bottles, we ran out of lager.
Aaron fights to keep his job.
She was like having a bad day that day, and I'm just saying I caught the brunt of it because I really, honest to God, I wasn't rude.
I need 3 glasses, all with ice, please.
And BJ's shaken but not stirred.
Make it snappy, come on.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze on a far-flung holiday, come fly with me, let's fly away.
The summer is almost over for likely lads and novice stewards Jason and Aaron, who are enjoying a stopover in the Dominican Republic.
This is nice, mate. This is slightly nicer than Barbados, except for in Barbados there's more single women than there are here. Everyone here is getting married or got married or
honeymoon.
Been together for donkey's years.
Wouldn't recommend it to the lads.
It's not a lad's holiday, but it's certainly a nice holiday.
Yeah.
When they get back, they'll find out if Britannia plans to keep them on. So they've got one last chance to prove themselves.
They've just put those savoury snacks in like their...
Who's done it?
John Glasper put it in the life jackets. When they're going to open them up and put them on, all the savoury things will fall out.
Your seatbelt.
Jason doesn't realise his seatbelt has also been booby-trapped.
And adjust like this, and unfastens like this. Your life jacket is kept in a pocket under your seat. If it is needed, take it out of its container and put it over your head. Wrap the tapes around your waist. Bring them to the side and tie them securely in a double bow. To inflate the life jacket, pull the red toggle sharply downwards. Ladies and gentlemen, your seatbelt should now be fastened securely to take off. Before we make a final check of the cabin, please fold away your table and put your seat back upright with the armrest down.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Thanks for what? What happened? You just seen the state of the passenger. Biscuits everywhere, all over her hair, all over the carpet, all on her husband.
You're joking.
What else? Right. It's our first long haul trip. So basically what I've done to help us along the way, because otherwise, because we're new, they'll be looking for us to make mistakes and they'll be picking up on it and taking the piss. So I've drawn up a little a guide. Tells me and Jason basically where we're working from. On our boarding zones, the meal service, the second meal service. Basically, it's got everything that we need to be doing on there. There's a copy for me and a copy for him, so as we can look like we know what we're doing, rather than looking silly and like, ooh.
Halfway across the world, and the night shift at Manchester Airport has a problem. Another family is about to come a cropper over their passport.
What we've had to do is speak to Special Branch, and they're going to send somebody through to have a word with me. What could happen if we send you on this, the airline could be fined, and basically it could be anybody that's just written a child onto your passport. Right. So I'd suggest if you can get the birth certificate here, that would be a great help.
We've written in James's name in the passport, the son's name in it. We did it last year. We flew with it last year, and it were all right.
Just spoken to Britannia again. She's actually going to phone the head office in Luton and see what they've got to say, but we do have to speak to Special Branch as well.
Right.
OK, so basically we've just got to wait for somebody to come.
We were just thinking if somebody could fax one through, would that help? See, I work at Chesterfield Hospital.
Right.
And so I can get to a fax machine there.
Yeah. A gentleman's just suggested if somebody could possibly fax the child's birth certificate through. I know it's not the original, but would that be acceptable? It would. All right, then. Thanks a lot.
Ian Summers has just 1 hour to get the birth certificate. The family's £500 holiday to Spain is at stake. It's the late-night flight from Ibiza, and Chief Steward BJ Aldridge has got some thirsty passengers.
We've decided, as it's such a short flight time, sir, and most people want to buy... Excuse me?
No drinks before the meal. I've already got the meal.
We want to do duty-free goods instead of drinks. Well, you know, it was just his attitude. You know, so I said, I'll serve you a drink, no big deal. I said, let's not make a fuss. Well, unfortunately, the first person that I spoke to said, aren't you doing drinks? I said, well, we've decided against it, so because we want duty-free, you know, we want to sell duty-free goods. And he said, we don't want to buy any duty-free goods. So I said, well, if you're that desperate, I'll get you a drink. So he said, well, yes, I would like a drink. So I said, well, don't make a fuss, you know, I'll serve you. You know, it's not a problem, no big deal. But it was just the way, you know, he got a bit funny. So I thought, best I serve him. Anyway, I've got more to do now.
Suddenly, it's drinks all round.
Connie and Coke, next Connie. Southern Comfort. Whiskey and dry with ice? Yeah. I'll be back in a sec.
Hello, is Dad there, please? It's Ian. Can you get that, please? Hello, we've got a bit of a problem here at the airport. His passport isn't filled in properly. And what they're saying is they need a copy of James's birth certificate to prove that he's our son. Is there any way you can get to Louise's mother, to get the key off Louise's mother, to go into our house, into the bureau, and you know that folder that we have in the bureau? But you know where the bureau is in the front room? There's a folder in there, and under B or C for birth certificate, James's birth certificate's there. Now we need that birth certificate then, faxing. Well, you'll be able to fax it from Chesterfield Royal Hospital.
At last, it looks like things are falling into place for the Summers family.
The special branch have just come back to me and they're quite happy. They've done all the checks and...
Right, sorted. So my dad's got to get the information down to the hospital. The hospital's got to get the information down to the fax machine. And then from there, they're going to fax it down here. So it should be about half an hour, hopefully.
Lemonade. And a glass of ice water. Sparkling water. Just ordinary.
See, what it is they take out 2 drinks and 2 more people say, oh, look, they've got a drink, quick, let's get one ourselves. So then they have a drink as well. But that's why it's just the rear cabin, so nobody at the front knows what we're doing.
Exactly. Well, one person asked and he was very rude, so I had to serve him. And then, of course, all the people around him said, oh, well, we'd like a drink as well. But they were really nice, and I didn't mind doing that. But then everybody else wanted a drink as well, so like, there was only 2 of us doing tea and coffee, the rest were doing drinks. Okie dokie. Yep, all right, darling, cheers. Right, we're just doing top-ups.
Although Special Branch has given the OK, Britannia are still nervous about letting the Summers family fly.
What the problem is, you see, because that's not, it's, you know, you've written on the passport, immigration in Girona could decide to just send you back and might not let you in, and that's the problem, and then the airline would be fined.
You've defaced an official document, which sounds serious, you know, but that's what they're saying. And I've spoken to what they call an ops superintendent in Luton, who I've asked, can he try and, you know, take it a little bit further still and see if, you know, anyone will let this one go. So we're doing as much as we can.
Thank you.
With minutes to go before the flight, Pat Baines rings HQ for a final answer.
He said no. Right. So Vic said no as well. Right, OK. All right, my love, thank you. Bye. No, I'm sorry, they won't.
So what does that mean then?
Well, I can't let you travel this evening, no. Because they said you've defaced an official document, and that, you know, that's just not allowed, unfortunately. I can't let you travel.
I suppose they've done all they can do, haven't they? But, you know, at the end of the day, we're not going anywhere, are we? And it's pretending that's not letting us go anywhere. But that's it, innit? That's what we're lumbered with.
At Luton Airport, a reception committee is waiting for some very important passengers. The England football team has just held Italy 0-0 to qualify for the World Cup. They're coming home on Britannia.
David Beckham, last time he came down here, I sang to him. I sang,
like it?
Mama, I love you. Mama. It's just a good job I can sing.
Also in attendance, David Beckham's #1 fan.
He's supposed to be engaged, but that's not true because Victoria was on Big Breakfast a couple of days ago and she said that she wasn't getting married just yet.
Still a hope.
Yep. Big hope.
When they come through those doors, all the nation will gel as one. And we're representing the entire nation.
As the party atmosphere builds up in Luton, the Summers family aren't going anywhere, despite the convoluted efforts of Britannia, Special Branch, Chesterfield Hospital and Ian Summers' dad.
He said something about having to go to the hospital to tell the person not to open the office up to send a fax. No, it's not for me.
I'm not laughing.
It's just a full story. No, it's just to open
Well,
the
you've
office
got
to
to
send the
imagine
fax.
all these
The
people
running all over the place to send the fax and then the reason we can't do.
I'm shocked.
The family eventually flew out 2 days later. It's 4 a.m. and the triumphant England football squad has just got in from Rome. It's a hero's welcome. It's been a long night for the crew that flew them back. They've been on their feet for 7 hours.
The food was fantastic. We had steak and we had a couple of glasses of water, and it was a good night.
We ran out of champagne, opened all the bottles. We ran out of lager, ran out of Liefra milk, which was their favourite wine.
It was very nice. The champagne was much better.
Well, Steve McMahon went, oh, Hampton was so cute.
I don't recognise hardly any of them because I don't know the first thing about football. So, I mean, I wasn't being offensive, but I didn't know them.
We played at the challenge at their own game by diving, cheating, trying to con the refs, wasting time. We've done everything that they did.
And on the landing, Gaza initiated the singing, you know, England, here we come for the cup, you know. So I didn't even put on the landing music because I thought I'd let them do their repertoire, it seemed appropriate.
Would you just give us a little look inside your limo?
Not really. You can have a little look if you want.
Go on, what does it have in there?
Oh, you got TV in there. You got a TV and a radio, but what more than anything else, it's nice and comfortable.
I love you. Hi. Sorry. All right.
How do you feel?
I'm so happy. I really am happy. Oh, wow. I'm happy. I love you. I've tell him that. I've told him about 100 times, but never mind. Oh, well.
As the season draws to a close, it's D-Day for new boy Aaron. Britannia are ready to tell him if his contract is being renewed. There are no vacancies for the winter season, but will he be asked back next spring? Aaron knows there have been problems.
Right, I'm going into the office. I'm in deep dodo at the minute. I've been in trouble a fair bit since I got here, and now I've been called in again, and I've got to go in now and speak to Julian about it.
He is a bit of a charmer, definitely, as I'm sure you're aware. He probably thinks that will get him through life, where unfortunately, with us, that won't. You need more than charm.
I'm going to have to blag it up there big time. I'm just going to have to try my best to get kept on next year.
You might think that he can get away with things, but, you know, at the end of the day, I am his manager. And, you know, he has to be told.
Wish me luck.
Air Steward Smith did not show on report for 11:15 Haggarda. All telephone numbers in the system were tried in order to contact him. However, then what disturbs me more is then, which I spoke to you about last Saturday, Alison, the crewing officer, said that you had a very bad attitude. They called you on standby, when you were on standby, at 6 in the morning.
If I was rude, then fair enough, but I really can't, for the life of me, remember anything to do with that phone call that they could have taken as being rude. I've spoke to people, like I said last night on the phone, and they said they've been effing and blinding because they've been called out. But, you know, at that time in the morning, people, you know, it's a well-known fact throughout life. No one's very good in the morning. You'd be insane if you was to wake up and say, hello, there, you're calling me out, brilliant. Oh, thanks very much.
Which is fine, but they do... But to be honest with you, Aaron, in all the years I've been a manager, I've never had a report that says that you weren't interested in the number one or where you were going.
For some reason, this woman was going through the menopause or something. She had a bad day.
She's only young, Aaron.
She was in season, time of the month, whatever. She was, like, having a bad day that day, and I'm just saying I caught the brunt of it because I really, honest to God, I wasn't rude.
Jason has also been called in to discuss his future.
It's good news.
Right.
It's very good news. What's going to happen with you is that we're going to be asking you to come back in February.
Right, yeah.
Now, the way that your work performance has been this summer, you've been really, really good in that. But
Although he's coming back, Jason will be laid off during the quieter winter season.
if we had the place available, I'd love to turn around and offer you a job.
Okay, yeah, sure, I understand.
You should walk out there and feel really pleased with yourself because, you know, personally, I would have loved to have been able to offer you that job because of your work performance, because you have done really well this summer. And
Is there anyone else on my course who will be getting a contract? Are there people on my course? No one on my course?
No.
Oh, that's all right. That's pleasing to know.
No.
You see, I've flown with you, as you know, and yes, you were great on the flights, but we have to be reliant on you to be there on time, or to be available for duties. That's why we have standbys. And if we don't, because we have to make sure the flights go on time. Now, I can't rely on you to do that. And this is just the evidence that goes with it. Because for some reason, you're excellent on you're actually very good on the line when you're on your flights. You've got some very nice assessments. You've also got some assessments where they've said, OK, you need a bit more time, and you weren't aware of certain things. But generally, you've done fine. But what's very disappointing is that you've got these things all relating to being unavailable or missing a flight completely.
Yeah, like I said, I do, you know. I won't put up an argument when I can see it's heavily stacked against.
I do like you. Excellent. Good fun, nice person. But I just feel that I have no other choice but really to lay you off at the end of October. And I'm sorry I have to say that, really, but what choice do I have?
Oh, no, I don't suppose you have any choice, mate.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Okay.
Aaron's career at Britannia has lasted just 5 months.
There's nothing in the world I could have done to stop what just happened in that office. I was getting the bullet from this morning, from yesterday, and I knew it. And there's no use crying over spilt milk. I've got the sack, you know. I'll live another day and I'll get another job, but you know, there's no use walking out of here, oh, God, I'm just going to go and play golf now.
Right. Kathy Duffy has spent the last 17 years dealing with problems at Manchester Airport. Today, she's got some bad news for a passenger who's already boarded the plane.
She can't take off. Yeah, we can get her off.
You get her off. Bring her back up.
Yeah, we've just been advised that we have a passenger on this flight. Apparently, her husband, who's at home, is not travelling. There's two. She's travelling with one other friend. Her husband at home is taken ill, so she's got a message, or we're trying to give her a message to ring home. In the meantime, just in case, she may decide not to travel because we don't know what the nature of the illness is. We're going to try and locate her bags so we don't cause a big delay. We've just... No, has your husband been a bit poorly or something?
He's in respite.
Right, well, there's been a message. Can you ring him?
What's at the respite and the daughters?
Oh, we know. What was the message? Just to ring him at home, or...?
To ring her daughter home.
Yeah, if you quickly ring your daughter.
No, daughter, which daughter?
Do you know which daughter?
My daughter in Berkshire and one in Sheffield.
I don't know, darling. That was the only message we got.
Whether he stays in. Now, what do you think I should do? They've just take me off the plane. What should I do?
You found them?
Yeah, they're in 2 different bins.
Great, but you've got the bags.
Well, we haven't got them. We know where they are.
Just 1 second and I'll make the decision.
With over 300 passengers waiting on the aircraft, Kathy must take action.
Right, we know where your bags are, but it's a decision as to whether to take them off or not now. We need to make that decision. Yeah. I'm not rushing. You take your time. You've got enough panicking.
Hello?
Chief Steward BJ is getting ready for a big night out.
And being at the Albert Hall and the last night at the proms and everything else, I feel a big orchestra playing Rule Britannia. You know, last night at the proms, something I thought of.
He's off to the Travel Trade Gazette Awards, where Britannia is in the running for top charter airline. It's set to be a glittering occasion.
I mean, the salmon's lovely, but it's very dry. So we're waiting for the sauce.
Nice, though.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's dry. We keep having to drink. Cheers.
Jason and Aaron are saying their farewells.
What you like?
I got the bullet.
I know.
You got kept on then, yeah?
No, not over Christmas. Back in February.
Oh, that's better than nothing, isn't it?
Wow.
I try and take it as light-hearted as possible, but there are some people that it's their, you know, it's their life. They're like, ooh, I love this job, and you know, do it right. Whereas I'm more sort of, yeah, let's just get it done. Chill out.
I've given up my life for the company. My own problem, I know that. My job has always come first, that's why I'm still single at my age. I've given up boyfriends because of my job. They couldn't put up with my shifts. No, they couldn't put up with them. My job always came first. I'm a single female. Do you reckon it's a go? Because I need to know, because of the whole... I need to know if you're going to go.
Oh, I better put my shirt on. Well, she said he looks much better and she's with her. Let's go. I'm going to go then, and I'll ring you from Parliament.
Going.
I'll ring the rest back.
At the end of the day, Britannia say, we have got you for your personality, don't change. And as soon as you get online, they want you to change. They want you to be like a little Britannia robot. Meals, drinks, service. And it's like, that's what I don't agree with. I do enjoy the job, I definitely do. But it's just, I just didn't want to change, and obviously that's why I'm out.
Which leads us very nicely, I think, to top charter airline.
Well, look, everyone.
Oh, I hope we bloody win this thing. High five. High five. Oh, there, again.
Sure. Thank you. We're gonna, because somebody owed me a bit. Right there.
Yeah.
I got that all. I'm not just being
It's run out of film.
You've got to wait for the flash.
No, the flash is ready.
Keep your finger on the button.
Aaron has decided to go back to hairdressing. He's currently looking for work in Dubai. Jason spent his winter on the dole. He's now back at Britannia for the summer season. Pat has left Britannia but is still pursuing her dream of becoming a stewardess. BJ's promotion to chief steward has been made permanent. And Kathy is now in her 18th year at Manchester Airport.
All I've ever known all my life has been aircraft. It's just a way of life for me. I'd be a bird tomorrow if I could.
Just about to begin on Channel 4 now, Brookside, but stay with us on UTV for the world's scariest police chases next.